Alright, picture this. It's 1932. Australia has just survived World War I. The Great Depression is kicking everyone's teeth in. And what's the biggest threat to the nation? Emus. Yes, the giant flightless birds. Not a foreign army, not an uprising, just a bunch of overgrown chickens on steroids. And guess what? The emus won. Welcome to the Great Emu War, a real, actual military campaign where Australian soldiers armed with machine guns went to war against birds and somehow lost. Buckle up because this is about to get ridiculous. So, how did this feathered nightmare begin? Well, after World War I, a bunch of Australian veterans were given farmland in Western Australia. Nice deal, right? There was just one problem: emus. Now, if you don't know what an emu is, just imagine an ostrich but angrier and with the stamina of a marathon runner. In 1932, over 20,000 emus decided that these farms were now theirs. They trampled crops, broke fences, and ate everything. The farmers tried scaring them off, but emus are basically the terminators of the bird world. They don't back down. Desperate, the farmers begged the government for help, and the government responded like any rational nation would: let's send the army. The government deployed 2 soldiers, Major G.P.W. Meredith and his men, along with 2 Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition to take care of some birds. The plan? Simple. Find the emus. Shoot the emus. Go home victorious. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. The first battle took place in November 1932. The soldiers spotted a massive group of emus, got their machine guns ready, opened fire, and the emus just scattered. See, emus don't stand still like sitting ducks. No, they run at 50 kilometers per hour, zigzagging like Olympic sprinters. The bullets barely hit anything. It was like trying to shoot living, feathered fighter jets. One soldier literally said, "The emus have a military organization. If we had a military division with their ability to take bullets, it would face any army in the world." By the end of day 1, the emus were winning. The soldiers weren't ready to admit defeat yet. They tried mounting the machine guns on a truck and chasing the emus down. Great idea in theory. Total disaster in practice. The truck was too slow on rough terrain. The emus, still too fast. The gun jammed while firing. The truck crashed into a fence. So now the score was emus 2, Australian Army 0. After a full month of battling birds, the final tally was 2,500 rounds fired. Only about 1,000 emus killed. The other 19,000 still out there, laughing. The Australian government finally called off the war and admitted defeat. The emus had won. One politician even said, if we had a bounty on the soldiers instead of the emus, we would have solved the problem faster. That's how badly they lost. After the war, farmers still struggled, and the government eventually built massive fences to keep emus out, something they probably should have done instead of declaring war. And the emus, well, they're still out there. Western Australia still has emu problems today. So, what's the lesson here? Never underestimate nature, especially if it's a giant, armored, sprinting bird. And that, my friends, is the story of how Australia lost a war against emus. Now, tell me in the comments, if you had to fight 50 emus or 1 kangaroo, which would you choose? And hey, don't be like the Australian Army. Hit that subscribe button, because unlike the machine guns, you can actually hit your target.